There's a quiet moment that most people never talk about. It's the moment when nobody is watching. No cameras. No applause. No encouragement. Just you. Your thoughts. Your body. Your choices. That moment decides everything. Because success isn't built in front of crowds. It's built in silence. It's built when you choose effort over comfort. It's built when you move even though you feel tired. It's built when you stay even though quitting feels easier. You didn't start this journey because it was easy. You started because something inside you wanted more. More strength. More confidence. More control over your life. And at first, everything felt unfamiliar. Your muscles didn't cooperate. Your breathing felt heavy. Your mind searched for excuses. You questioned yourself. You wondered if you were capable. But you took another step. Another rep. Another breath. That's how growth begins. Not with certainty. With courage. You didn't wake up disciplined. You practiced discipline. You built it slowly. Through early mornings. Through long days. Through workouts when your energy was low. Those moments shaped you. Every time you showed up tired, you gained resilience. Every time you finished what you started, you gained confidence. Every time you returned after a bad day, you gained strength. You stopped waiting to feel motivated. You learned to move without it. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. So you built routines. Simple routines. Movement every day. Food that fuels you. Sleep that restores you. Nothing dramatic. Nothing extreme. Just consistent actions. Those actions began changing you. Not overnight. Gradually. Quietly. Powerfully. Your body responded. Your posture improved. Your energy increased. But the biggest change happened in your mindset. You became calmer. More patient. More focused. You stopped reacting emotionally to challenges. You paused. You breathed. You chose your response. That control became your edge. You learned that strength isn't loud. It doesn't brag. It doesn't rush. It stays steady. Some days you felt strong. Some days you felt weak. You trained on both. That's real maturity. You stopped letting your mood decide your effort. You showed up anyway. You learned how to breathe through fatigue. How to stay present when your muscles burned. How to finish reps when your mind whispered excuses. Those quiet battles built mental toughness. You realized that discipline isn't punishment. It's self-respect. So you stopped abusing your body. You started listening to it. You fueled it. You recovered it. You challenged it. Respect creates longevity. Punishment creates burnout. You chose longevity. You learned when to push. When to slow down. When to rest. You stopped seeing rest as weakness. You saw it as strategy. You became smarter with your energy. You stopped comparing yourself to others. You stayed in your lane. Comparison drains focus. Focus builds results. So you protected your focus. You reduced distractions. You chose preparation over procrastination. Action over excuses. That discipline followed you outside the gym. You became more organized, more intentional, more reliable. You started keeping promises to yourself. That reliability built self-respect. Self-respect built confidence. Confidence changed how you walk, how you speak, how you handle problems. You don't avoid challenges anymore. You face them. You don't panic when things get hard. You adapt. You don't disappear when progress feels slow. You stay. Most people quit when results take time. You understood that time is part of the process. You stopped chasing shortcuts. You trusted consistency. You learned that growth happens in layers. Small efforts stacking. Tiny improvements compounding. Weeks turning into months. Months shaping identity. You became someone who finishes workouts. Someone who doesn't fold under pressure. Someone who returns after setbacks. Setbacks didn't defeat you. They taught you. Missed sessions, low energy days, bad workouts. You didn't spiral. You reset. You returned. That return mattered more than perfection. You stopped chasing validation. You trusted your routine. You stopped looking for hype. You built habits. Habits don't depend on emotion. They move you forward automatically. You became steady. Steady people don't quit. They adjust. They continue. They grow. You stopped negotiating with weakness. You acted. You stopped waiting for confidence. You earned it through action. You learned that effort isn't something to fear. It's something to respect. Because effort reminds you that you're alive. That you're building something meaningful. You trained your reactions. You trained your breathing. You trained your patience. Now when life tests you, you don't collapse. You pause. You breathe. You move forward. You became emotionally stronger. Mentally sharper. Physically resilient. You don't need applause. You need progress. You don't need shortcuts. You need consistency. You don't need noise. You need focus. You built yourself quietly. Without attention. Without approval. Just discipline. Just patience. Just commitment. You chose growth when comfort called. You chose effort when excuses whispered. You chose discipline when quitting felt easier. And you'll keep choosing it. Again. And again. And again. Because this isn't just training anymore. It's who you are. You're no longer someone who waits. You're someone who moves. You're no longer someone who hopes. You're someone who works. You're no longer someone who starts. You're someone who finishes. You don't rely on motivation. You rely on momentum. You don't chase perfection. You chase progress. You don't fear slow days. You understand them. Every day you show up, you remind yourself. Real strength isn't loud. Real strength isn't rushed. Real strength is built quietly. One choice at a time. One rep at a time. One breath at a time. One disciplined day at a time. Because discipline doesn't arrive with excitement. It arrives quietly. It lives in the small choices. The early alarms. The tired legs. The moments when your mind says, skip today, and your heart says, move anyway. That's where character grows. Not in perfect days. In difficult ones. Some mornings you feel powerful. Some mornings you feel empty. You train on both. You don't wait for energy. You create it. You don't wait for confidence. You earn it. Every time you show up tired, you become stronger. Every time you finish when quitting feels easier, you grow. Every time you return after a bad day, you prove something to yourself. You prove that you're dependable. Dependable to your goals. Dependable to your future. That dependability builds self-respect. Self-respect changes everything. You stop making excuses. You stop negotiating with weakness. You stop letting emotions control your actions. You move with intention. You breathe through discomfort. You stay present when your muscles burn. You stay calm when fatigue arrives. Those moments train your mind more than your body. You learn that progress doesn't respond to motivation. It responds to consistency. So you become consistent. You show up when nobody notices. You show up when results feel slow. You show up when your body feels heavy. Those are the days that matter most. You stop chasing shortcuts. You respect time. Time respects effort. Slowly your posture changes. Your energy improves. Your confidence deepens. But the biggest change happens inside. You become patient. You become focused. You become steady. You learn that strength isn't aggressive. It's controlled. It doesn't rush. It doesn't panic. It continues. You stop comparing journeys. You stay in your lane. Comparison steals focus. Focus builds results. So you protect your focus. You reduce distractions. You choose preparation over procrastination, action over excuses. That discipline follows you into everyday life. You handle stress differently now.